Hey Internet, this is Ari Koinuman. Today I wanted to share with you my recent realization about why I make the particular kind of music that I do. To start out, I think we can all, many of us consider music to be an expression of emotions, and in fact, most of art is. But with my music, I'm trying to convey a particular kind of emotion. And to start out, I consider myself an empathic person and I feel vividly what other people feel. And earlier in my life, I had this experience where I was taking care of somebody who was going through a mental health crisis. And I had my own share of inner pains and struggles, but mine has always been what I consider a range, within the range of a normal person's issues. But beyond my own experience, I had exposure to to feel what it's like to be in this desperate, painful place where one struggled to have hope to continue living. And because of my empathic ability, I felt what that's like. On the other hand, to me, rock and roll is a music full of life. It's an expression of life energy because it's an intense form of music. It has a lot of, again, a lot of energy there, and you can't really make rock music, or you can't really listen to it when you're depressed and you're lethargic. It's just too intense. So it demands that a person making or experience it be sort of full of life in order to relate to it. But precisely also because of that intensity, it's a great vehicle for depicting dire situations and dark places in life, and a lot of rock and metal music already do that. But to me, you know, where the power of that kind of music lies is in its ability to convey compassion. By that, I'm not saying that music can cure mental illness, or like that you feel better after you listen to my music or anything like that. But as a motivation for somebody who's making music, what I love to say through my songs is to say to these people going through existential crisis and say, hey, I'm with you. I feel your pain. You're not alone. And I've written many songs in my life, and that is evident as a common thread in many of my songs. But before, I never quite clearly realized that that is my main desire. That's the main thing that I want to convey. So it kind of I obscured it a bit with this artsy and abstract language, and it just never quite comes out clearly. But having understood this, I am making a concerted effort to be more forthcoming with that expression through my songs, and then also be more explicit about it when I talk about my music. So the most recent song that I released is called "If I Missed the Deadline," and it's a 9.5 minute progressive rock song. And it's a good example of what I'm talking about. It's a slow build song that starts out kind of reflective and somber, but it sort of springs to life in the middle section, only to sort of succumb to the crisis, and it kind of ends on a unresolved and yearning kind of feeling. And I like these long songs because it allows me space to fully explore the situation or the place that this person is in. When you do that with like 3 minute songs, it just ends up feeling like it's a soundbite or it's a caricature of what's going on, and these songs have more room to breathe, and I like that. But because I realized my main desire behind creating, I have been able to direct my songwriting to sort of fall in line with what I want to do with music, and this song being the first one I released, and there are more coming that have the same kind of focus. These are all music that allows me to say to somebody in existential pain, hey, I am with you. I feel what you're feeling. And while it's not exactly a fun thing to think about, or it's difficult to talk about it casually, I can tell you that it brings me great joy to be able to make this kind of music and to be able to share it with other people. So there is a link in this video to the song that I'm talking about, and that you can go and listen to it. And if you do, I really appreciate you listening. Thank you.